Alright, my name is Dan Mack. This is for the final exam of the ISSA Strength and Conditioning Certification course. Just for my background, I'm active duty military. I currently hold 3 ISSA certifications as well as a CrossFit personal training certification. I've been doing this since 2009 and I'm looking to finish up with my 4th certification with the ISSA program. Here we have Kevin. He's going to be our subject for the day. Kevin's currently in a 12-week training program to get himself ready for a arena football tryout in the local area here. He's hoping to make the team. Kevin has been training with weights since 9th grade in high school, and he's no stranger to any of the movements here, but we're going to go through everything just so we get good demonstrations in good form to show you. Kevin's looking to increase his strength, increase his speed, and increase his agility to make him more of a formidable opponent on the football field, to give him that extra oomph to take down some of the bigger opponents there. So what we're basically going to do, this is, you've caught us on Wednesday, this is a legs day for Kevin. We're going to have a warm-up, we're going to have some weight training, then we're going to move into some muscular endurance plyometrics training and finish everything off with a cool down. This is a pretty extensive workout. It's going to last about 2.5 hours. So what we're going to do for you is actually cut out a lot of it. We'll show you the beginning, some of the forms, and compress it down into about a half-hour video so we're not watching the entire thing. But by the end of it, he's going to be pretty tired. He knows how to take care of himself, how to ice up the sore spots and everything. But we'll show you what we can here in about a half-hour time frame. Just to give you a little bit more of the overview, we do strength training on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. Tuesdays and Thursdays are endurance, agility, and speed training days. And like I mentioned, this is week 8 of a 12-week program. On the weekends, he takes off from lifting and exercise and practices most of his football skills there. So we won't get into any of that. We'll concentrate strictly on our legs day here and walk you through all of that.
Okay, it looks like we have lost audio here on this clip for some reason. The filmer must have had his hand over the mic. But I'm just quickly explaining that we're starting with a 10-minute rowing machine warm-up. So I'm just going to walk Kevin through the proper form on how to do it here. Like most exercises, Kevin's not a stranger to this, but I'm just going to walk you through. He wants to do a full extension here before actually pulling the arms into row, because it's going to be primarily movement with the legs to get that good amount of power. So we'll watch him right here. Full pull back, locking it out, then pulling the arms in. Pulling it out, then through. And that's going to give him that maximum amount of power and spin the wheel on that rowing machine most effectively. So he's going to hit that for 10 minutes, and then we're going to move along.
Continuing on with Kevin's warm-up, he got the full 10 minutes on the rower there. We're going to keep warming up his legs and full body, starting with first couple lengths of a walking lunge. Now this is an exercise that Kevin is no stranger to, but we just want to ensure that he has proper form, keeping a good lumbar curve in his spine, just almost kissing the ground with his knee. After that, he's going to move to some high knee repetitions, going back and forth on the court here. So just keep in good form. Just wants to keep that knee high, so we start slow. And then eventually, on a couple legs further, he's going to go fast. After his high knees, he's going to move into what's called the karaoke. There's many different names for it, but they're a little familiar, some call it the grapevine. But he's going to start again slow. Just reversing angle. And after that, he's going to continue working with a few more exercises that we'll get to after we complete our circuits here. So go ahead, let's start with the walking lunge. Now you're going to do 5 back and forth. Yeah. All right, for the final portion of Kevin's warm-up, we're going to do what's called a Tabata warm-up using the air squat. Basically, a Tabata is 20 seconds of work with 10 seconds of rest, continuing for 4 minutes. So the exercise we're performing, as I said, is the air squat. Now, with this form, the air squat, he wants to perform it just as if he was holding a bar or weight. So he's going to come down with his arms out, all in one motion. Down, crossing the 90-degree plane, coming back up. And the point of the body here is to get as many repetitions in that 20 seconds as possible. Good lumbar curve in the spine. And make sure that it crosses that plane with the counter. Now your goal here is to try to keep the same amount of repetitions that you did in the first round all the way into the last one. You want to build that muscular endurance in your legs. Alright, now that Kevin is thoroughly warmed up, we're going to move into the actual weight training portion of his leg day. So the first thing we're going to start with is some cleans. So what we have here is the barbell racked up and ready to go. And again, Kevin is no stranger to the cleans, but for the purpose of this demonstration, I just want to walk through it in a nice slow process. First thing I'm going to do is find out exactly where I want to grip the bar. It's a little bit different for everyone depending on your size. But I'm just going to find a nice, comfortable grip here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get nice and low as if I were going to be deadlifting this barbell. So I'm going to keep a good lumbar curve in my back. I'm going to look up nice and straight. And what I'm going to do is basically explode forward and up, rotating that bar, and keeping my squat position to help me get underneath. And then I'm going to rise up as if I were doing a front squat. So to see that in full motion here, just bring it right up. And that completes the clean. Some things that are important is ensuring that lumbar curve. Anytime you're lifting with your back, anytime you're using a barbell, you don't ever want to slouch forward because that can result in injury. And for it to be a full, clean repetition, you need to do that full squat in there as well. So let's put the head up on the bar here. Find your grip. Good. Good form. Alright, so go ahead and stop there. What we're going to do is 5 sets of cleans, and every set we're going to add on 20 more pounds. Sound good? That's good. Alright, so let's go ahead and see your first set. How many reps? What's that? How many reps? We're going to start with 10 reps. This final set, we've added up the additional 80 pounds on the bar for his 5th set. We're going to be looking for a goal of 3. Do as many. If you can't get up to 3, if you think you're going to go into muscular failure, just safely drop that bar and walk away. But when you're lifting this amount of weight, you want to really ensure that you're not putting that extra stress on your spine. Concentrate on that good form. Alright? Let's go ahead and see. Perfect. Nice bail up. Let's go ahead and take a minute here break, and we'll try this again. All right, now that he's completed his 5 sets of the cleans, we're going to move on to the barbell back squat. This is going to be an unassisted back squat without the use of a squat rack. So what he's going to have to do is safely get the bar behind his head to execute that squat. And the way we're going to do that is just going to power clean it up into the rack position. He's going to execute just an easy shoulder press and just bring that right back down onto his rear shoulders. So same thing, before I just want to get in that good deadlift position, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, is deadlift this bar so I can do an easy power clean up to the shoulders. Once I got into the rack position, as I mentioned, I'm just going to do an easy shoulder press, up, and just rest that right onto my leg. So for the barbell back squat, it's again nothing new to Kevin here, but just to run through it, we're going to execute a simple squat. We want to make sure, just like in the air squat we did before, that he's passing that 90-degree plane. We want to keep his eyes on the horizon. And a little tip that always helps me is to keep your toes elevated slightly and pointed up, and that's going to help your heels from coming off the ground. So let me show you from a side angle here. I'm going to keep my toes slightly pointed up. I'm going to keep my eyes forward. And in a nice, smooth, controlled, slow motion. I'm going to come all the way down across that 90-degree plane and bring it right back up. Now when he's going to dismount this bar, there's two things he can do. If it's really heavy weight, he doesn't want to throw it over his head, he can simply bring his arms forward of the bar, drop it behind him and walk forward safely out of the way. Or he can just reverse what he did before. Simple shoulder press. Alright, so let's see try this up. Good. Power clean it up. So press over into the back squat position. Alright, just maintain a good lumbar curve. Let's see a smooth, slow descent. Cross the 90. Good. Alright, I think we're ready. So what we're going to do again is 5 sets of this. We're not going to increase weight too substantially since you got a lot of the heavy weights with the cleans. So what we're going to do is just add 10 pounds every 5 sets for 4 or 5 sets, starting with 10 repetitions. All right, we've completed the first 4. We're on set number 5 with a much heavier weight for Kevin here. His goal is going to be 6 repetitions. So again, make sure safety is the top priority here. You don't want to injure yourself before the season starts. So smooth and controlled. Good.
Okay, I just want to add in that this is part 1 of 2 of this video. YouTube would not let me upload anything longer than 15 minutes, so the additional URL was listed under the first one in the final exam completion.